Welcome back here to The Hill on NewsNation. 2 weeks from today is Election Day in the state of Virginia. Voters will determine the political landscape of that state and potentially the future of its governor, Glenn Youngkin, a rising star within the Republican Party. Now, last week, the governor held a retreat with some of his longtime supporters, and there are calls for Governor Youngkin to run for president. Now, Youngkin, though, is putting a lot of his time and his effort into convincing Virginia voters to give Republicans full control of the state legislature. Right now in Virginia, the governor and the state house are Republican. The Senate is run by Democrats. Joining us now is the governor from the state of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin. Mr. Governor, thank you for being here on the Hill on NewsNation. First time here, so appreciate it. Let's start with your state and that race there, of course. You know that you flipped the governor's mansion from blue to red in your election. When you look at the congressional district right now, it's essentially evenly split. I think it's fair to say Virginia is sort of a bellwether for the rest of the country. Is this race, Governor, in 2 weeks a litmus test, as you see it, for the Republican Party?
Well, Blake, first of all, thank you for having me, and it's great to be with you. And yes, this is a really important race, not just for Virginia, but I think to demonstrate to the nation that a state that was completely controlled by Democrats just 24 months ago can, in fact, fully change direction. And in 2021, much to the surprise, I think, of many of the pundits, we swept the state races with our great Lieutenant Governor, Winsome Sears, and our great Attorney General, Jason Miyares. And we flipped our House, and the Senate wasn't up. And now we've got our entire legislature, 140 seats, 100 House members, 40 senators, all up. And it's a great chance for us to put our record to the voters. I think we've had just a super 24 months. Well, I think it's a litmus test on our record. And I do believe that by definition, the results that we've generated are on the ballot. And so I am happy to have that moment because I think we've done a great job. We've had 230,000 new jobs generated. In fact, we've gone from near the bottom of job growth to number 3 in the nation over that time period in job growth. We have the most Virginians ever working, ever in the history of the state. We've just finished passing our second budget with another $1 billion of tax relief. That brings us to $5 billion of tax relief. And Virginians are really, really appreciating the fact that our tax checks are starting to go out this week with $200 and $400 for Virginians who filed individually or filed jointly. But on top of that, we've made huge strides in education, huge strides in law enforcement, and huge strides in addressing the behavioral health challenge. And so it's a record that I'm happy to put to the voters, and I'm just asking them, give me a team that can work with me, not against me, and we'll get even more done.
All right. You are embracing early voting, which is something, as you know, Governor, traditionally the Republican Party has not done. They've sort of waited for the push on actual Election Day. The former president, Donald Trump, said the following yesterday, and I want to get your reaction on the other side.
So we have to be careful. You got to get out there and you got to watch those voters. You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes. You got to watch election night.
Is that a mistake?
Well, I've just felt that given the fact that the rules are the rules, and they're the ones that I inherited, and we have 45 days to vote in Virginia, I'm going to get everybody out to vote. And that, therefore, we've really pushed hard for people to go to secureyourvotevirginia.com, make a plan to vote early. Listen, there were 500,000 people that voted for me in 2021 that didn't turn around and vote in the congressional midterms in 2022. 500,000. So I don't want to leave a single vote on the sideline. Something could happen on Election Day. So I've been encouraging everybody, get out and vote. I think it's a key component to us winning. Listen, these are tight races. Every single vote matters, and it's the people that show up and vote that are going to decide the election. I want to get them all voting.
This is clearly, Governor, an election that is very important to you. You've been out doing some media rounds. You're here talking to us. A lot of time, a lot of effort. If you get your way, Republicans would control the House, Republicans would control the Senate, and, of course, you're in the governor's mansion. Would you make the commitment that you will stay as the governor in the state of Virginia for the entirety of your first term through January of 2026?
Listen, I fully expect to be doing the job as governor of Virginia. I've been focused on it. It's part of, I think, the reason why, I've been in Rockingham County and not at the Iowa City County or Iowa State Fair. I've been at the Rockingham County Fair. I've said many times that I never got a promotion in life without doing a great job in the one that I'm in. I think we're doing a good job, and that's why we're working so hard to hold our House and flip our Senate. And that is at the core
fully
of
expect.
what
Is that a
I think
definite yes, though,
voters
or you're
are
not
excited
ready
to
to
see.
go there?
Well, I've just been really clear. Here I am campaigning all around Virginia, making sure that Virginians know that we're focused on the future of Virginia, and the people who are running for president are running around other places. I'm focused on Virginia, and I think I've been really clear about that.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.